A capacity crowd of more than 15,000 people packed the Winnipeg Arena this afternoon. They were there to see their hockey team, the Winnipeg Jets, for one last time. And as Rod Carlton reports, it was an emotional goodbye for the fans and the players.
When you were standing in the wake of devastation, when you were waiting on the edge of the unknown, and with the cataclysm raining down, insides crying, save me now, you were there impossibly alone.
And you fans are the very, very best. Thank you.
It was one of those buildings that no matter, they could have blindfolded you and put you out at center ice, and as soon as you opened your eyes, you knew where you were playing. And, that says something about a building.
There's nothing better.
Pressing, but I'm speechless.
And now Domi flips it high. Solani goes over. Timo Solani breaks it. He scores!
Winnipeg can lay claim to having seen some pretty entertaining hockey over its NHL lifespan. To comment on today's news of the Jets officially making the move to Phoenix is TSN's Winnipeg correspondent, Scott Taylor. Scott, it's now official. The Jets are leaving Winnipeg after this season to move to Phoenix. This has been a long time in coming, but at the same time, do you think the folks back in Winnipeg are taking this kind of hard today?
I don't know whether they're taking it hard today. I think they've taken it hard all season long, and as you know, in Toronto, the attendance has been very poor in Winnipeg all year. They're averaging about 9,200 per game, although they had a great crowd from Montreal. The fact of the matter was most of the fans in the arena were cheering for the Canadians. So it's been a bit.
Do you feel cold and lost in desperation? You build up hope, but failure's all you've known. Remember all the sadness and frustration, and let it go. Let it go.
Program, we have a very, very special guest, a man who has developed
love affair with Winnipeg hockey fans over the years. He took time out of his extremely busy schedule to be with us today. Let's have a warm Winnipeg welcome for the one and only Don Cherry.
Thank you very much. Gotta tell you, best fans in the world. Well, I'll tell you, they made a big mistake, I'll tell you that.
So it's been a very, very disappointing year. People knew it was coming probably midway through July. And all of this today is just the reality of a big thud that took place when the season started.
This was a very emotional issue last summer when the Spirit of Manitoba did everything it could to raise money and try to keep the team in Winnipeg. Now there doesn't seem to be a lot of emotion anymore. It almost seems that what people are talking about is purely financial, and how much money are the taxpayers of Manitoba going to be on the hook for at the end of this season. Is that really the dominant issue in Winnipeg right now?
Well, I don't even think people are talking about that. I think people are just very depressed about losing this hockey team. I mean, the point of the matter is that there was a ceremony last May. The team was gone. There was every opportunity at that time to have closed the deal with Stephen Gluckstern and Richard Burke. There was no reason why the Jets had to spend another year in Winnipeg, although the community, 35,000 strong, came out to the Forks and rallied, put up about $17 million and said, look, we want this hockey team. Unfortunately, there was horrible infighting. Spirit of Manitoba just refused to listen to the National Hockey League, refused to use the majority owners to help them get in the league, made it a very, very difficult summer for everybody, and in the end failed miserably trying to keep the team in Winnipeg. And that's basically cost the city of Winnipeg anywhere between $20 and $25 million, the city of Winnipeg and the province of Manitoba, who have had this horrible deal since 1991, where they have to pick up the losses. What's most interesting now is that in 1991, when this interim operating agreement was signed, the agreement that said that the province and the city would pick up the team's losses until the end, basically, of the 1996-97 season, although they won't have to do that now. Back when it was signed, there was an arena deal on the table that would have been satisfactory, which was as good as the arena that was planned this summer, for $65 million guaranteed. Now we're in a situation where
There've certainly been disappointing ends to the season before for Jets fans. None could touch this one. As the NHL regular season ends today, the Jets will end their stay in Winnipeg. Pride from the arms of the loyal fans in the name of so-called progress. This is the new NHL, they say. Bigger, richer, but no one in Winnipeg today seemed to feel it was better.
It's with great personal disappointment and regret that today I have to confirm our earlier announcement that plans for a new Winnipeg entertainment complex and the purchase of the Winnipeg Jets will not proceed. In spite of last-minute discussions with the NHL, the Winnipeg Jets, and our provincial, federal, and city partners, we have been forced to conclude that because of the progression of the league and professional hockey towards higher salaries, the viability of small market NHL franchises like ours is not in the cards.
The continuing escalation of salary costs and the lack of a firm commitment to revenue sharing in the NHL does not allow NHL hockey to be viable in Winnipeg.
There are hundreds of thousands of Manitobans who must have heavy hearts tonight and a sick feeling in their stomach, because the one thing that perhaps more than any other gives them a sense of community and a sense of pride has been taken away from them. After 16 years in the NHL and 23 years of professional hockey, the Winnipeg Jets are gone forever. Mark Bunting, TSN, in Winnipeg.